Comparing the records there, far more experienced, the Malaysians, and what they've achieved. Gorson Huat, Thomas Cup 2014, and the men's team event, Commonwealth silver medal in 2018, Asian Games bronze medal in 2014, and lots of silvers in the Southeast Asian Games.
Okay,
they've met once before.
Black. Would like to choose.
And Go and Lie won that encounter in the Malaysia Masters 2020
and that's
in
red.
straight games just last year.
You and receiving and that side. Okay, good.
So all those medals I just mentioned, many of them won with his partner. And just to add that Siobhan Lai is also a world junior champion in mixed doubles, mixed team event in 2011. And what about the French pair who are here as the first French players in the World Tour finals? More on them in a short while. 22-year-old Tom Gicquel, 186, tall man, 15th in the world. That's his highest ranking, and that was achieved with his partner Delrue. Delrue also 22, 171, from Sarcelles in France. They've won the European game. They've come third in European Games in 2019. That was one of the biggest achievements. They beat Hafiz Faisal and Gloria Wijaja. That may have been a bit of a surprise, perhaps. That was a marathon one, wasn't it? 68 minutes in 3 games. Gorson Huat, 30 now from Malacca. More or less slightly southern, but more central Malaysia. 12th in the world. His highest ranking was 6th with Siobhan Lai. That was in June of 2018. She's 27 and 12th further north in Selangor, 169 centimetres. Yeah, Gicquel and Delrue. We'll see that Go and Lie also didn't have it all their way against Lamspus and Hetrich. Actually, they had to fight pretty hard for that one. So this could be a close affair. So Gicquel and Delrue won the mixed team event European Junior Champions as well. They've played together since 2015. Their first ever finals. They've been together since 2015 and won 4 titles together. Go and Lie have been together since 2016 and have won 4 titles together. This is their second tour finals. They made it in 2018 where they were bottom of the group and lost all their matches. So they've already gone one better than that. Can they continue that? Let's see how they've performed in this tournament in Thailand so far. It's been a bit of a mixed bag. Go and Lie lost to eventual winners Pavaranukroh and Taratanachai in the round of 16 in 3 games, so they're quite happy with that, actually.
Gorson Huat and Chevron Jamie Lai.
They've already beaten a French couple and a French pair in Ronan Labar and Antran.
Tom Gicquel.
That was also in 3 games.
Delrue, France.
And by the way, it was an identical draw in the Toyota Thailand Open, beating Labar and Tran in the first round and then losing again to Pavaranukroh and Taratanachai in the round of 16 rather. It's a nice start there from Lai.
1 love.
As for the French pair, well, they got all the way to the semi-finals in the Yonex Thailand Open. Gicquel losing out to Pravin Jordan and Malati Octavianti in straight games. Before that, beating Lumsfus and hair trick, and also another Malaysian pair, Tan Kian Meng and Lai Jie Pei Jing. In the first round, beating Mikael Mikkelsen and Rikke Solberg.
2-1.
Well, that's a really good point for Go and Lai, because at one point Go recovered really well in that far corner. He managed to stretch to it. Got to the ball and got to the the shuttlecock. Excuse me. 30 shots. That's the longest round we've had in this early stage. Delrue and Gicquel not doing so well in the Toyota Thailand Open, losing in the round of 16. Beating Jordan Octavianti. That's a huge result, that one. Having lost to them in the semi-finals of the Yonex Thailand Open, they beat them in the first round of the Toyota Thailand Open in 3 games, and then losing to Ho Pang Ron and Chia Yusi of Malaysia right after that, which would have been disappointing. But they'll show that on their day, the French pair can be a real handful. Good power there from Tom Gicquel. See what Lai was trying to do.
5-3.
Trying to place that into just across the net, going diagonal. Didn't quite work out for her.
Service over. 4-5.
Trading points at the moment. She seemed to be just a bit caught out there, Delrue. Looked down to the ground as well. Again, that just seemed hesitation there from Gicquel. They were on the back foot there, weren't they, from the serve. And they were just playing defence from there on. Much better from Gicquel.
Service over. 6.
Saw
8.
that pocket of space and took that well, didn't he? Well, this has been a nice little fight back here from the French pair. They were 3 down. They won a couple in a row here. That's much better.
Service over. 9-7.
Yeah, well wide, wasn't it, from Gicquel?
7.
Again, he saw that space. He wanted to exploit that. So the idea, at least, was there.
Service over.
Similarly, Go
10.
also trying to find that space. Just a little too much on it.
Interval.
And it's the Malaysians to go into the break with a 3-point lead. Probably a fair reflection of what we've seen so far. Delrue and Gicquel not quite at their best yet. And that's nicely done by Lai.
Lakinya kalau perempuan misalnya sudah dia pasti kan penuh strip. Nah, you jangan kira you buang terus langsung. Nah, blok nanti dia dapat ya. Nah, terus kalau dia ada bus, kan dia menang. Lawan dia kadang-kadang ini tenang sedikit kontrol. Nah, tapi jangan jadi slow ya. Dia kadang-kadang boleh blok dekat tengah. Kan perempuan juga masuk. Nah, dekat tengah. Itu. Ya, macam tadi betul. Jaga belakang. Cuma straight aja.
Court 2, 20 seconds. Court 2, 20 seconds.
Regardez l'attaque de l'homme. Comment? Masuk tengah aja, tengok dia bagaimana. Ya? Oke, good ya.
No, go.
Siobhan Lai had said that they have a good chance of reaching the semi-finals. They don't want to underestimate their opponents.
Play.
She said they've got the best draw compared to the other Malaysians. And they keep playing in 3 back-to-back tournaments in the same place.
9
is not too bad. She said we don't feel too tired because we don't have to move too much between places. And she does think that she and Go could have done a lot better in the first 2 tournaments because they didn't bring their A game. And she thinks that the 3rd tournament could be
10,
the charm for them
11.
because the draw looks good and everyone is improving. And this one is tightening up as well. Not going to be all smooth sailing. And here they've drawn level. French pair. That's a really good point for the French to win, particularly when Gicquel scrambled
12.
to get the shuttlecock.
11.
It looked like a lost cause, didn't it? Did very, very well indeed. And this also means they take the lead for the first time in a while.
Thank you.
It's also the longest rally we've had so far. And there you
12,
go, 51
11.
shots. Well, we've gone from one of the longest rallies to one of the shortest ones, put away by Go
12.
quite easily.
Oh.
Six shots, this one. Bit static there, wasn't he, Gicquel? It's not for the first time that Lies missed that opportunity at the net.
Over 13. 12.
And now they've opened up a little two-point lead here.
12.
Encouraging for the French pair.
Service over. 13.
Mind you,
14.
why these pairs are here. The French pair have not won a tournament in the 2020 season, though they did finish runners-up in the Spain Masters. That was a Super 300. I told you about them being semi-finalists in the Yonex Thailand Open. Also semi-finalists at the Indonesia Masters, which was a Super 500, and the Syed Modi International in India. That was a Super 300. Gicquel and Lai were the 8th ranked.
Service over. 15.
The double
30.
pair, mixed doubles pair, lowest ranked. And their best performance in 2020 was to get to the semi-finals of the Thailand Masters Super 300. So in theory, they aren't supposed to be doing that well here, but they've already got that win. They beat the second-ranked pair of Lumsfuss and Herthrick yesterday.
16. 30.
They're finding it a little harder here now against Gicquel and Delrue, who've opened up a 3-point lead.
Service over. 14. 16.
Wilson Watt has had a history of injuries in the last couple of years, particularly. He's not thinking of quitting anytime soon. Says there are a few milestones he wants to achieve in his career before hanging up his racket. And that includes, of course, qualifying for the Olympics and winning gold in a multi-sport event. Try to force the issue there, Lai. And came up short.
Service over.
17-14.
Yeah, Go had pulled the rib muscle while competing in the Badminton Association of Malaysia Invitational Championships last year. Wheeled out of the venue after sustaining the injury. And had to withdraw with Siobhan Lai, who's just won back a point there.
Service over. 15.
But in the end, thankfully, it was just a muscle pull. As he was trying to play a return shot. Failed to execute it, got injured instead. That's always going to hurt in more ways than one, but he recovered fairly quickly.
Play.
Just 2 points in it towards the business end of this first game. Not a great serve, I'm afraid.
Goes on what challenges, called out.
They are going to challenge it anyway, Go and Lai. I think they probably feel, why not? I think that's a more of a hopeful one than anything else. Let's see if they are right. Not even close.
Challenge unsuccessful. 1 challenge remaining. Service over. 18-15. Play.
Again, nicely placed.
19-15.
Could hear Delrue tell her partner Gicquel to go for that shot. And again, he's picked it out very, very well. Out of the reach of Go.
It's over. 16-19.
Fallen short there of Gicquel, thanks to the net. Again, I have to say, his placement of the shots today generally has been very, very good.
16.
Good winners played by Gicquel. And now they've got 4 game points, the French pair. Go and Lai have saved 1.
It's over. 17-20.
And there you have it. Gicquel and Delrue have taken the first game 21-17 after the Malaysians controlled the middle part of that. And after the interval, though, it was a much better performance from Gicquel and Delrue. We'll be much happier with that.
Non, en plus. Non. Et lui, il peut pas se permettre de faire ça. En plus, tu viens de le remettre au fond juste avant, donc il n'y a pas de souci là-dessus. Tu sais très bien qu'il va continuer à pousser fort dans ton revers. Peu importe, t'es prêt maintenant.
En fait, au gros, j'avais peur qu'il tape croisé, en fait, il le fait jamais.
Non, il le fait pas trop. Si tu le fais une fois, bah bien joué quoi. Ouais. Mais juste que tu sois prêt ici sur les volants qui arrivent fort ici.
Et en fait, je pense que je peux taper fort de l'autre côté et à chaque fois. Croisé.
Mais t'as changé au final, c'est ça qui a marché aussi. Là, t'as recroisé le dernier, t'es passé au-dessus à celui d'avant, il sait plus quoi faire. Quoi. Et c'est juste être prêt pour contrer ce truc-là. Ok ? Restez hyper haut dans le cours, c'est vos trajectoires qui dépassent sur l'autre. Attention avec le
Jadi
vent,
dia
hein,
posisi
c'est
dapat
côté
terus.
droit.
Senang bagi mereka.
Attends,
That's what kalau mau.
Sur le côté droit, en tout cas. Ok, et Del, je me disais, aller chercher entre les deux prises sur lui côté impair.
Après, il nous fait accrocher pour l'instant. Je sais qu'il veut faire son côté
C'est
bloc droit. Il peut le faire des fois.
Parce qu'il aime bien aller chercher tout quand même sur son coup droit, et si on le bloque une fois,
Court
il ira moins
20
vite.
seconds. Court
Allez, comment
20 seconds. Coach, turn to your chair.
If you're a fan of Gorson Watt and Siobhan Jamie Lai, you might not be overly concerned. If you can recall, they lost
Second game.
their first game to
Level.
Lamsfoss and Hertrich.
Play.
And they bounced back. There was a bit of a struggle. It wasn't easy. But they managed to do it. And then Gicquel and Delrue lost their first game to Hafiz Faisal and Gloria
Service
Wajaja.
over. 1 low.
I think it's a very open group, this one, Group B. It's a much harder group in
Service over. 1-all.
Group A. The problem that we saw with Go and Lai is that in that first game yesterday against Hertrich and Lamsfoss, they made lots of errors. Maybe not quite as much as they have today. But the Malaysians are facing, I think, at the moment,
3-1.
a more clinical pair in Delrue and Gicquel.
Service over. 2-3.
Well, that was far too easy for Delrue to put away.
Service over. 4-2.
And there's a real confidence about the French pair at the moment. Nothing seems to be going for them at the moment.
5-2.
That is just wide there. You could see
Service
exactly
over.
what Delrue was
3-5.
thinking. They do set themselves high standards, Gicquel and Delrue, because they know they have come here a little bit against the odds and have performed above expectation. When they gave Tavianti and Praveen Jordan a tough match, they still said they could do a lot better.
Service over. 6-3.
And Gicquel was saying that it was 50-50 for himself. They came here to beat the top 5 and look for those kind of matches. They're not happy with the way they played. going to say in that instance that we haven't seen Go put in too many smashes, and that's something they did very well against Praveen Jordan. They managed to limit him to very few smash winners in the second game of their match. Lots of jabs and placements rather than rapid fire exchanges. Delrue and Octavianti vying for dominance at the net. Hasn't quite been. There's been something in between that, hasn't it? Here.
Service over 7-4.
Not really quick fire all the time. Lots of placements. Yeah, that was nicely done by Gicquel. Hard. She was cramped for space to play the shot there, wasn't she, Lai? Down the line. Just let it come across the body. You could see what she was attempting to do there. Delrue has been excellent at the net as well. There's a 5-point lead here. This is looking good at the moment for Gicquel and Delrue. These are at the perfect height for her to put away. Well, they needed to arrest that run.
9.
Much better from the Malaysians. This is their best run, would you believe? Only first time in this game that they've managed to get more than 1 point on the trot. Similar sort of smash, wasn't it? From earlier, Gicquel.
6.
Aiming that at Lai, and again, really tight, close to her. Very difficult for her to play that a return. And they are combining excellently at the moment, Gicquel and Delrue, and this is an even bigger lead in this second game than they had in the first. It's effective, isn't it, right now, this partnership? It's working well.
Changeons ça, parce qu'ils n'arrivent pas à trouver les blocs. On s'en fout. Juste prêt, même point que ce que tu commences à très bien trouver là. Ok? Restez patient en attaque, le volant il lève quand si on n'est pas très bien placé, on fait une frappe de plus, c'est pas grave.
20 seconds.
Allez, come on.
20 seconds.
打了一次进中间这样子，打了一次回来，打了一次回来。
11-6. Play.
Again, you're seeing Gicquel and Delrue, particularly Gicquel there, they're looking for those angles, looking for those pockets of space, making it tough for their opponents. Some very clever play from them. And now that lead is 7.
13.
And there's a real problem here. The Malaysians have to stop this run and put one of their own together. I think that was a little element of luck in there.
14. 6.
Might that have been going out anyway? We'll see. No, not necessarily. I don't think Lai could have taken that chance. It's a tough round ahead. And maybe there is a bit of luck from that reaction from Gicquel.
15. 6.
Nothing is going the way of the Malaysians right now. Tell you what, when it is, when things are going your way, just even those little marginal ones also seem to be going. Of course, as soon as I say that, then they
16.
have a poor serve. Now, is there an opportunity here to start with a run of points? And that is better. It was a run of 7 in a row, by the way, for the French pair. Even something as simple as just a change of serve can often just break up that momentum a little bit. Oh, I think that's in, is it?
It's over. 17.
They are going to appeal it. I'm not sure again if that's just more a hope. Well, it was half-hearted, wasn't it? Really, from go. I think it's in. Again.
Thank you.
Hard to tell exactly, but they didn't seem particularly convinced. And I think it was more hopeful than anything else. And there's now a big 9-point lead here.
17. 8.
Can they finish things off? Gicquel and Delrue.
18-8.
Does not mean that they're out of this, of course. Go and lie. If they lose this. And at the moment, they are staring at defeat.
8.
French pair have played a little bit more badminton than Go and Lie have overall. Involved in the All England. Wonderful deception from Gicquel. I think he has been magnificent today.
Match point 8.
That completely foxed Go, didn't it? And we've got 12 match points here. That's
Service over.
not quite the way they would have wanted to end things.
play.
That is the way you want to win it, and has done a magnificent job, really has, Gicquel today, and he's been ably supported by Delrue.
Match won by Tom Gicquel and Delphine Delrue.
And apart from a good little period in the middle of the first game, Go and Lie have been completely outplayed here by Tom Gicquel and Delphine Delrue. And it's certainly a deserved victory, and a fairly easy one as well, particularly in the second game. Tom Gicquel and Delphine Delrue of France defeat Malaysia's Go Sun Huat and Siobhan Jamie Lai 21-17, 21-9. Coming up next, men's singles with Denmark's Anders Antonsen versus Ung Ka Long Angus of Hong Kong, China.